It's important to vet your candidates as you're looking at who you want to take through the hiring process, because there's a lot of work to do, a lot of people involved, and there's a lot of costs associated with talent acquisition and hiring people. So we want to do research to make sure we're looking at the right people. LinkedIn is a candidate research tool. Using it properly, you can determine, is this the right person for me to take through the talent acquisition process? Now I'm going to share with you some ideas you can use to be able to evaluate/research candidates that come across your desk, whether someone introduces you to them or a resume shows up in the applicant tracking system or however that person gets in front of you for a job. I'm going to share with you some ideas you can use to research those candidates. So first of all, you got their resume or somebody told you about something about an individual candidate. Go look at their LinkedIn profile. Look at the basics. Look at their work history. Is there growth and is there relevance in their prior work experience? Relevance meaning relevant to what the position is that you have. Does the history on LinkedIn align with their resume experiences? Are there work gaps on LinkedIn that maybe are not as apparent on their resume? Some other basics to look at is, what else do they share on their profile? Is the information in their about section, in all the text sections, et cetera, is it relevant to the work that you want them to do? Or is the work that you want them to do even referenced in any way on their LinkedIn profile? That's telling. Are there skills listed on their profile, and are those relevant skills? And do they have any recommendations from people that they worked with before? And again, it's important to ask this question, are those recommendations relevant to the work you want them to do? Now let's look a little bit deeper. First thing is, are they sharing content on LinkedIn? And is that content relevant to what you want them to do or your business, your industry in any way? Or, and here's another way to look at this information as you're researching, is that content disrespectful to anyone in any way? Here's another one. Are they engaging on content on LinkedIn? Are they getting into conversations? And is the conversations that they are getting involved in, engaging with in any way, are those conversations relevant to your industry, to the work you want them to do, et cetera, et cetera? And then here's that red flag. Is that engagement disrespectful to anyone in any way? Do they list any licenses or certifications on their LinkedIn profile? And are they relevant? How about their education? Do they list that on LinkedIn? Are they in any groups on LinkedIn, and are those groups relevant in any way at all? And then here's that red flag review. Are they in groups that may be considered disrespectful to anyone? And lastly, are they following relevant newsletters? And additionally, are any of those newsletters disrespectful to anyone in any way? This is a deep dive view, and there's probably some other things you could look at as well on LinkedIn. How about this? This is a really powerful way to research potential candidates. Look for mutual connections. This is important because if you share mutual connections, now you have the ability, if you know those connections well, which hopefully you do, you have the ability to reach out to them and ask them for information about this candidate. Are they connected to others in your company? Now, that would be important to know as well. And furthermore, if they are connected to some of your peers in the organization, you can reach out to those peers and ask about the candidate. Do they work for a company where you have other connections that they may not be connected to, but maybe they worked for a company where you know people? Now you have the ability to call those people to see if they know this candidate, so you can get some more research by asking good open-ended questions. Could someone else in your business or your department make a call for you to someone that they know who could provide insights about this candidate? This is a really important piece, this mutual connections thing. This is all about using your network to do research, to learn more about candidates before you move them through the process. And again, don't be lazy. This is important. This is very important when you're hiring candidates. Now, here's another one. Go beyond LinkedIn and research other public sites. Are they on Facebook, Instagram, X, or other social media sites? And if so, is any of the content that they share or participate in relevant to your industry, your business, the work you want them to do? Or is it disrespectful to anyone in any way? This is important to know. Are they using Medium, Tumblr, YouTube, Discord? Go look on those sites and see if your candidate shows up there, and look and see what, if anything, they have done, participated in, shared, etc. Do you have a mutual personal friend who may know this candidate? If so, beyond LinkedIn and social media, maybe this mutual friend can give you some more insights about this candidate. Is this candidate highly active on any social media sites? And better than that, are they active during the day or in the evenings and weekends? That's important and very telling as well. Now, last little outside LinkedIn idea is do a Google search on that candidate's full name. Do a Google search on their name and the city they live in and see what comes up. Again, you're looking for relevance. If there's no relevance, that's not the end of the world. It's not unusual for their public content not to be relevant. Maybe. But not only are you looking for relevance, you're also looking for those red flags. It's important. Vetting candidates is research, and you can't minimize this work. You can't downplay the importance of it. Researchers, by the way, don't just use a single tool. They use all the tools that are available to them. So you need to use all the tools that are available to you when you're doing candidate research. And at every step, you're looking for signals of relevance, if that exists. And you want to find that because that will move that candidate further up in the pecking order of someone you may want to take further through the process. Additionally, at each step, you're looking for signals that may be red flags. Again, I use the phrase disrespectful to anyone. Just one way to look at what we discover. We discover content that's disrespectful to anyone, then that's a telling statement for a candidate. And you may not want that type of candidate in your organization. You absolutely want to hire hard, critical, and you don't want to rush through this so that you don't make a mistake and create a bad hire. LinkedIn can be a very useful tool for you to do this research. So be purposeful. Look throughout their entire LinkedIn profile. Look and see who they're connected with, what kind of companies they're following, what kind of groups are they in, what kind of engagement are they doing, what kind of content they are sharing. And look beyond LinkedIn for similar types of information. Hey, I'm Teddy. I'm all about helping you get the most out of LinkedIn, and I hope these ideas are helpful to you when you're making your next great hire.